Consider the potential you possess right now to convert your most difficult obstacles into your most significant achievements. You may wonder how this is possible. In this discussion, we will explore the essence of Stoicism, a timeless school of thought that for generations has enabled people to prosper during difficult times and discover calm within turmoil. Recall a recent instance where your patience was tried or your self-assurance was weakened. What was your conduct in that moment? Were you controlled by a sudden impulse, or did you select a reply that was consistent with your fundamental principles and beliefs? This is the precise area where Stoic philosophy proves its value, directing us to address life's difficulties with bravery, insight, and composure. Today, we are examining a deeply meaningful idea originating from age-old knowledge that is still incredibly pertinent today: the skill of conditioning your intellect to reply instead of reflexively responding. This principle extends beyond merely managing your anger or maintaining composure under pressure. It involves nurturing a profound, inherent consciousness and a connection to the current instant, enabling you to move through life's fluctuations with elegance and deliberate purpose. The Stoics, ancient thinkers recognized for their utilitarian outlook on living, had significant insights on this subject. They maintained that although the occurrences affecting us might be beyond our command, our understanding and our replies to these occurrences are within our power. Stoic philosophy instructs us to concentrate on the aspects we can influence, promoting a separation from outside situations and a stability found in our personal logic and decisions. This Stoic insight motivates us to stop, ponder, and decide on a path that is careful and intentional rather than quick and automatic. Why does this distinction hold such significance? Ponder the amount of our anxiety, disappointment, and remorse that stems from automatic responses to the words and actions of others. Now, envision the possibility of staying peaceful, balanced, and considerate even when your environment is in disorder. This aims not only to enhance your mental tranquility, but also to develop you into a more capable, understanding, and durable individual. These traits can revolutionize not just your own existence, but also the lives of people in your circle. In our current talk, we will investigate multiple methods rooted in contemporary psychology and Stoic doctrine to assist you in cultivating this responsive mentality. We will examine ways to foster mindfulness, the crucial role of recognizing and conveying feelings in a positive manner, and the practice of maintaining a wider perspective, an approach the Stoics mastered. By the conclusion of our talk, you will possess a collection of methods to help you stop, evaluate, and respond carefully to any circumstance life presents. Therefore, let us start this voyage as one, learning to base ourselves in the knowledge of Stoicism and the capacity of our own intellect to select our reactions, thereby enhancing our experiences and connections. In our quest to grasp the core of replying instead of responding, we enter a domain where each idea and deed is purposeful, mirroring the deep lessons of Stoicism. The Stoics, those respected thinkers of classical Greece and Rome, possessed a perspective on existence that is incredibly fitting for our rapid, contemporary society. They stressed the significance of commanding one's feelings and responses, highlighting that genuine strength is found in our capacity to select our reply to any scenario. Why is it so crucial to develop a deliberate reply instead of an automatic response? Picture yourself in a stressful conference or dealing with a personal difficulty. The typical human tendency is frequently to respond automatically, motivated by an intense wave of feeling. Although this response is instinctive, it rarely benefits us in the future. It can intensify disagreements, damage connections, and result in selections we may later lament. This is where Stoic knowledge becomes clearly relevant. The Stoics supported living in harmony with nature and logic, promoting a life where each behavior is directed by moral excellence and sensible thinking. By adopting this philosophy, we learn to notice our first urges, analyze them with a sensible intellect, and select a route that matches our central principles and future aims. Replying rather than responding involves creating a brief stop when confronted with a provoking incident. It is about creating distance to notice not just the outside occurrence, but also your personal internal reaction to it. This thoughtful interval enables you to contemplate potential results and select one that is sensible, fair, and, most significantly, within your command. In applying this Stoic method, you are not ignoring your feelings or acting as if they are absent. On the contrary, you are recognizing them, comprehending their sources, and then determining whether and how they should impact your behaviors. This method enables you to connect with the world in a manner that preserves your internal serenity and honesty, irrespective of outside conditions. Yet, the value of replying over responding goes beyond individual peace. It affects the standard of your connections, the success of your guidance, and your durability in times of difficulty. When you answer with consideration, you show regard, comprehension, and compassion for the views and encounters of others, promoting more significant and positive exchanges. Starting a life-changing quest to train the intellect demands more than a simple aim. It requires purposeful and continuous work. Similar to the routines supported by the Stoics, these age-old thinkers provide eternal understandings that can support our contemporary method for building a responsive, instead of automatic intellect. First, we should investigate the strength of self-understanding, a fundamental element of Stoic doctrine. The Stoics stressed the value of self-reflection and comprehending one's own ideas and incentives. In our position, this means building a sharp consciousness of our psychological and emotional conditions. When you are conscious of your ideas and emotions, you are more prepared to handle them efficiently. This increased self-understanding enables you to identify the start of emotional responses and offers the essential initial move in selecting a different, more sensible reply. Next, we examine the routine of stopping, an easy yet deep method. The Stoic ruler Marcus Aurelius frequently discussed the interval between cause and effect, the gap where we hold the ability to select our deeds. By building the custom of stopping, even for mere moments, we allow ourselves the chance to withdraw from our instant urges. This stop can be occupied by a deep breath, a time of thought, or a short reflection. It is in this gap that we can seek advice from our internal Stoic, questioning what ethical quality demands at this instant and which reply matches our optimal self. Another crucial method is altering our viewpoint, a method the Stoics employed to preserve stability when facing hardship. This requires intentionally selecting to perceive a circumstance from a fresh viewpoint, one that lessens its emotional effect and shows different methods to handle it. For example, rather than viewing a tough work condition as a danger, you could reinterpret it as a possibility to develop and show durability. By altering our story, we change our emotional replies and reveal new paths for behavior. Furthermore, the Stoics supported concentrating on the aspects we can manage and releasing what we cannot. By applying this rule, we learn to use our power intelligently, answering actively to our own ideas and deeds while accepting outside occurrences as they happen. This does not imply being inactive or uninterested. Rather, it involves identifying where our actual strength exists and selecting to function there with purpose and honesty. Lastly, the routine of steady thought and modification is crucial for training the intellect. The Stoics practiced everyday self-evaluation, judging their behaviors and advancement toward moral excellence. Likewise, we can finish our day by thinking about our replies, recognizing our achievements in selecting considerate deeds, and gaining knowledge from the occasions we returned to automatic responses. This continuous procedure of self-evaluation and enhancement supports a responsive mentality and develops the insight and stability that Stoic philosophy deeply treasures. By implementing these methods into our everyday lives, we not only respect the tradition of the Stoics, but also allow ourselves to live with increased intention, peace, and efficiency. Via determined routine, we change our intellects, leading them toward replies that represent our most profound principles and goals. Mindfulness, at its core, involves building a deep consciousness of the current instant. It is about watching our ideas, feelings, and experiences without criticism, permitting us to acquire an understanding of their essence and impact. By practicing mindfulness, we match the Stoic aim to live with consciousness and purpose, securing ourselves firmly in the present, the only time we genuinely hold the ability to behave. One useful method to develop mindfulness is via focused attention workouts, like breathing reflection. By merely watching our breath, noting every inhalation and exhalation, we build the capacity to sustain focus and restore it to our focal point when it drifts. This routine is not only for relaxation, it is a practice field for the intellect, improving our capability to focus and stay current among life's interruptions and difficulties. Another crucial routine is conscious watching, which can be used for any everyday task, converting it into a chance for mindfulness. Whether you are dining, strolling, or doing ordinary tasks, you can practice being completely immersed in the task, watching every feature with interest and receptiveness. This not only improves the encounter itself, but also fortifies your capability to stay concentrated and responsive in diverse scenarios. Body scan reflection is another effective mindfulness method that promotes physical consciousness and existence. By carefully checking various areas of the body, we not only build a stronger link with our physical beings, but also learn to identify and release held strains and feelings. This routine reflects the Stoic thought on the essence of bodily encounters and the significance of not letting them overly impact our sensible intellects. Including mindfulness in our exchanges with others can also change our connections and dialogue. By being completely present with others, hearing carefully, and watching without judgment, we support deeper comprehension and link. This routine matches the Stoic value of empathy and the acknowledgement that others are also sensible beings, managing their own difficulties and encounters. By welcoming these mindfulness routines, we follow a route taken by the Stoics, one that results in increased clarity, peace, and efficiency in our actions. As we develop a conscious existence, we provide ourselves with the resources to reply to life's inescapable difficulties with elegance, insight, and self-control, representing the finest of a Stoic motivated life. Now, let us shift our attention to the useful use of our recently discovered mindfulness and Stoic understandings, aiming to develop a way of life where thoughtful replies dominate automatic urges. This quest to apply reply over response is not about crushing natural instincts. Rather, it is about improving our involvement with life, reflecting the Stoic virtue of living with purposeful aim and logic. To represent the concepts we have examined, it is vital to create everyday routines that strengthen the skill of replying. Picture yourself facing a tough condition, possibly a dispute at work or an unexpected difficulty. The instant urge might be to reply emotionally, motivated by annoyance or despair. Yet, this is the time to utilize our Stoic motivated preparation to stop and think about the wider viewpoint, questioning ourselves about what a Stoic thinker would do. This query is not a demand for emotional suppression. Instead, it is a request to activate our sensible intellect, to dispassionately assess the scenario and find positive replies. Here, we are not removing feelings, but directing them positively, applying logic to steer through them. It is about admitting our feelings, comprehending their causes, and then, with clearness and peace, deciding the most suitable action that matches our principles and goals. In useful terms, this could involve taking a short stroll to clear your thoughts before answering a provocative message, or it might require a deeper examination of what is really bothering you in a disagreement, looking for the root problems rather than answering to surface-level annoyances. Whenever you select to reply instead of respond, you are strengthening a routine of thoughtful involvement with life's difficulties, promoting durability, and developing a deeper feeling of peace and contentment. Moreover, incorporating this method into your everyday habits increases its effect. Start your day with a thought on your aims, reminding yourself of your pledge to reply thoughtfully in various situations. Participate in frequent writing to think about your replies, recognize your achievements, and find areas for improvement. And importantly, welcome a mentality of constant learning and adjustment, acknowledging that every day provides new chances to practice and deepen your command of reply over response. By dedicating yourself to this route, you are not just implementing a method for stress relief or conflict resolution. You are welcoming a way of life that reflects the Stoic quest for moral excellence and insight. You are selecting to live with purpose, matching your actions with your highest principles, and in doing so, you are helping to create a more sensible, compassionate, and responsive world. The voyage from instinctive reaction to deliberate reply is transformational, calling us toward a deeper link with our internal beings and the outside world. It is a route the Stoics walked with effort and commitment, and now, with their knowledge directing us, we too can aim to steer life's uncertainties with elegance, stability, and logic, representing the actual soul of Stoicism in our contemporary age. The core of our investigation is not only about handling our responses in separation, but about incorporating a responsive, thoughtful method into the structure of our lives. By welcoming the principles of Stoicism, concentrating on the aspects within our command, behaving with logic, and seeking moral excellence, we allow ourselves to steer life's difficulties with increased stability and intention. This Stoic-motivated route urges us to see every instant as a chance to practice our dedication to reply over response. Whether we encounter everyday annoyances, major setbacks, or crucial choices, every scenario provides an opportunity to represent the Stoic virtues of insight, bravery, fairness, and moderation. By regularly selecting to reply with consideration, we not only improve our own welfare, but also positively affect the lives of people around us. Recall, the voyage toward learning reply over response is continuous, a procedure of constant learning and development. Like the Stoics, we must welcome the discipline of self-reflection, regularly judging our advancement and modifying our route as required. This dedication to personal development not only brings us nearer to our ideal selves, but also echoes outward, affecting our connections, societies, and the wider fabric of our linked lives. As we get to the end of this voyage as one, recall that every instant is a selection, a possibility to represent the peace, the durability, and the insight of Stoicism. In the fabric of life, your replies are threads of your personality, woven with aim and intent. Now, as we separate, I encourage you to proceed with your investigation. The display will show advised videos that explore further into the skill of living intelligently and properly. We appreciate you being with us at Stoic Mindset Mastery for welcoming the route of conscious reply over automatic impulse. May your forthcoming voyage be filled with clearness, moral excellence, and peace.